Hello everybody, thank you for returning to Crafty Crafts. Today we're going to be making a red, blue and white wreath for Memorial Day as well as 4th of July. And however you want to use it for. Everything today came from the dollar store. So we're going to need a circular wreath, 3 red mesh packets, 3 dark blue mesh packets and 3 white mesh packets. And some Chanel stems, preferably in the colors that we're going to use, so blue, red and white. I just grabbed this mix pack, and I'm going to grab a ruler and a pair of scissors, and let's get started. So the first step to what we want to do is cut up the mesh. We want the mesh to be either 24 inches, there's 12, 24 or 60 centimeters, whatever you want. I just cut this first piece, and honestly I'm going to use it as a demo and just cut the rest through it so I have something holding it on both sides. We want to make 6 batches like this from each color, and each batch takes 2, which means we want 12 pieces altogether. So here is my first one. I'm going to get 11 more just like that in the red, and then 12 in the blue, and then we'll move on. So each roll like this will give you about 8 individual pieces. I'm just putting them here in this bucket for right now. And this is my 8th. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yeah. So I'm just going to leave them in this basket for right now. And remember that we only want 6 to start with, so it's 12 pieces. So I'm going to get 4 more out of this one, and it's really my second roll, but I always like to buy 3 of each, because sometimes you need to add 1 or 2 more from each color depending on how you're putting them and where you're putting them. So I start with 12 from each and then go from there. So that was 4 that made, so I need 2 more, so 4 pieces more, and then I'll cut the blue and we'll move on to the next step. So I've got all my ribbons here in the buckets, but now it's time for step number 2. So grab your Chanel stems and let's get started. So for step number 2, we're gonna put them together. So if you wanted to mix the colors, you go ahead and do that. I'm going to put red with red, blue and blue, and white with white. So that's the Chanel stems that I have. I'm going to pick a red one because I have red here. And I'm going to take one edge of it and just squish it all in my hand. And then take the Chanel stem, give it a twist, and make sure that it goes along with both edges. And then I'm going to grab another side, so another red, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to squish it in my hand, but this time I'm going to put it the opposite way on it and twist it some more to make a flower kind of shape 4 ways. And I'm gonna make them all like that. Right now we should have 6 of each color because we cut 12 of each one, and we're gonna start with that. If we need more we can always add more, but we're gonna start with this. So there is that. I'll show you one more. And don't worry too much about fluffing it out, because we'll fluff it out even more when it's on the actual wreath. So go ahead and make them all like that, and then we'll be back. Alright my darlings, now that we got them all up and connected, what we're going to do is we're going to take that Chanel stem, twist tie, whatever you want to call it, and we're going to go in the middle two bars, wires of the wreath, and we're going to twist them in the back, mix the colors up, blue, red, white, blue, red, white, and you should be able to get 3 of them. So I'm twisting it. You should be able to get 3 of them in one section. That easy. That's all we gotta do. Just twist them around the middle 2 bars, one by one. And don't worry too much about fluffing it out right now, because we will fluff it out when we flip it over. Right now we're just gonna put them in and twist them. And the reason why I twist them like that is because it's really less materials, and then when you're done with it, you can either keep it for next year or a different event, or you can take it apart easily by untwisting it. And untwisting the Chanel stems from the pieces as well. But when you flip it over, it should look something like that. So I'm going to continue doing it, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Alright my lovelies, so now that it's all on, we're gonna flip it over, fluff it up, pick it up, fix it, whatever you need to do. Open them up a little more, make sure they're all showing. And now the last piece of our puzzle is to find a door or wall or somewhere to put it, so let's do that. Alright my darlings, so I actually ended up using a roll and a half of each, but that's okay, I'll keep this one for another project. And the 12 that we made, the 6 of each color, actually worked perfectly to have 3 on each section of the wreath. So I found a wall to put it on, so let's go see. So here it is, our beautiful blue, red and white wreath. If you want to add something to it or put something in the middle, you go for it. I'm just gonna leave it like this for now. And thank you all so much for watching. It's not messy at all, very few materials. Anybody can do it, and it doesn't take too much time either. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day.